We're gonna start by grabbing a kettlebell or a dumbbell. You're gonna take a slight step forward with the opposite foot as your holding hand. Then from there, you're gonna slouch over your belly button. Start to hinge down, slowly letting your spine flex over that belly button. As you lower, you're gonna rotate that thumb towards you. Then you're gonna think of setting that weight down on the inside edge of your foot. As we're doing this, all the weight is in that forward leg. So if you could, or if you needed to, you could lift up that back foot so we're not shifted so our weight is equal. I want the weight in the ball of that forward foot. From there, you're slouching, you're hinging, you're rotating. The goal of this exercise at this time is not to get all the way down to the ground. So if you're lowering and you're thinking just get into the ground, you're gonna hinge more at your hips. Again, not necessarily a bad thing, but right now we're trying to teach your spine how to move. So keep that front cheek squeezed, you're slouching, you're rotating, feeling that stretch go from the upper extremity that has the resistance, across the back into that forward hip. You're slouching, you're coming down. You're gonna go as low as you can without letting the hips hinge. Once you get to that point, then we're gonna come up from the base of the spine, slowly coming up. Once you feel comfortable and confident with that motion, now we'll allow the hips to go. So you're slouching over that belly button, rounding through the spine, rotating, and then we'll let those hips hinge. And as you let that hip hinge, we're now gonna think of dropping this opposite side hip towards that forward leg. So not only are you hinging, but you're rotating as well, keeping that weight on the inside edge of your foot. So we're slouching through the spine, going as low as you can, and from there hinging at the waist, rotating, and now we're coming down. At this time, you should feel tension from probably the bottom of your foot, up the calf, back in your hamstrings, in your glute, and then also across your back. On the ascent, or when we're coming up, you're gonna drive into the ground through that forward foot. Again, the ball of the foot, we're not shifting that weight and driving through the heel, although the heel is still in contact with the ground. So you're here, you're driving. As you start to extend through the hip, we'll step forward, and then shoulders come square. So again, as you lower, you're starting from the top down, absorbing that weight, moving through your spine, moving through the hip, and then we're driving into the ground and coming up from the bottom up. Once you're feeling comfortable with that, we're gonna go ahead and lower. You're gonna drive, then you can either step back or you can step two, step forward, and then back down. Once you're feeling comfortable with repetitions there, you're up and down, up and down, up and down. Now we're gonna start to switch which hand the resistance is in. So now we're alternating. Again, hinging, rotating. And as we do this, you're thinking of that weight kind of coming up and down. So up, down. And then once you feel confident and comfortable with that, now we're gonna be thinking of catching the weight through our legs and our spine. So what that means is we're not stopping, lowering, stopping, lowering. Now you're absorbing, coming up. And we can either step back as we do this, or you can switch legs while you're in the air.